Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage combat veteran and best-selling author, Sean Parnell.
Thank you. Who is ready to save this country in 42 days? In 42 days, we will send Donald J. Trump back to the White House. Because you know what, ladies and gentlemen? Everything comes down to Pennsylvania. If we win Pennsylvania, we will save this country. So my question to you is, are you ready to win Pennsylvania and save America? Well, hot damn, I think that's just great. My name's Sean Parnell. I'm a combat veteran. I'm a Western Pennsylvania native. And I led an infantry platoon at the height of the hunt for Osama bin Laden in Afghanistan. Thank you. 16 months of heavy combat. My platoon took an 85% casualty rate. Some of my men were wounded twice. One guy was wounded 3 times. I was wounded myself. I got blown up by a rocket-propelled grenade, fractured my skull, which is probably how I got involved in politics in the first place. But I watched my soldiers do extraordinary things in Afghanistan. And we were the most diverse infantry platoon that you could possibly imagine. Black next to white, Christians next to atheists, Democrats next to Republicans, all in the same foxhole. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? We figured out a way to make it work, and we won every single fight that we were in. And I was blessed enough to come home from the war in Afghanistan after 16 months. And my unit went back to Afghanistan. I was tasked with a job of notifying families of the fallen. So in people's worst moments, I was that knock at the door to tell them that they lost their son or daughter in support of the wars. It was by far the worst job that I've ever had, but also a privilege to support the families of the fallen. And you flash forward from that moment 14 years, and that brings us to the disastrous surrender in Afghanistan, made possible by Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris even bragged that she was the last person in the room during that decision, yet she has not even spent one single minute of her time to contact the 13 Americans who were killed during that tragic surrender. And I am here to tell you that America deserves better than that. You see, failure is a feature of the Harris-Biden administration. Every single one of us knows someone that is suffering. Our economy is in shambles. Inflation is crushing Americans. People in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania are struggling to put food on the table for their families. Do you know Pennsylvania had the highest grocery inflation rate in the nation? Thanks to Kamala, thanks Biden, thanks Bob Casey, thanks Governor Shapiro. Everything in America is upside down under Harris and Biden. Criminals are evangelized. Cops, our law enforcement, are demonized. Did you happen to see the video from Philadelphia last night? Violence overrunning major Democrat American cities, including in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. It's completely unacceptable, and it needs to stop now. Our border is out of control. 10.5 illegal aliens crossed the border, 350,000 missing children. Did you see what happened in Dormont? Not too far from here. An illegal alien killed an American citizen in a hit and run. Folks, we can do so much better than this, and America deserves better than Kamala Harris. Our world is in chaos. Israel fighting Hamas, Iran, China, Taiwan, Russia, Ukraine. And let me tell you something. If President Trump was in office, there is no way in hell Putin ever invades Ukraine. Zelensky is in Pennsylvania today, signing bombs with Governor Shapiro. Zelensky is also attacking J.D. Vance in the biggest, most important battleground state in the country during an election year. Folks, if that ain't foreign election interference, I don't know what is. And what's crazy to me is that 3 short years ago, none of this was happening. Under Donald J. Trump, this economy was thriving. Inflation and unemployment were at rock bottom. We had a president who was respected all around the world. Maybe foreign leaders didn't like him, but they damn well respected him. I mean, my fellow Americans, we had 4 years of peace and stability under the Trump administration, the Abraham Accords, peace in the Middle East, something that I never thought possible in my lifetime, yet Donald Trump accomplished just that. Criminals were prosecuted. Law enforcement was celebrating. Trump loved our military, and our military loved Donald J. Trump. And how did the Democrats and the Biden administration thank President Trump? They viciously went after him with hoaxes and lies from the moment he came down the golden escalator in 2015. They spied on his campaign. And after Trump was elected in 2016, every single Democrat in Congress questioned the legitimacy of his election for years. They said Trump was illegitimate. These lies were elevated by the media. And then, of course, came the Russia collusion hoax. These lies were also, you guessed it, elevated by the media. And then bogus impeachment 1, fake charges elevated by the media. Bogus impeachment 2, fake charges elevated by the media. 51 high-ranking members of our intelligence community lied, signed a letter saying that the Hunter Biden laptop was Russian disinformation. They provided zero proof of this. Media regurgitated those lies during the 2020 election. I could go on forever with all of the lies and the hoaxes pushed by Democrats and their allies in the media. I was also present on July 13th, on that fateful day in Butler County. And I am here to tell you that I have seen America's sons and daughters react under fire many, many times. And the truth is, you never know how you'll react regardless of how much training you have. When that first bullet cracks by your head, you just don't know. And in the moments after those bullets rang out on July 13th, Donald Trump got hit, went down, the Secret Service was on him seconds later. Everyone in the crowd was worried that Donald Trump was gone. Everybody. Yet they didn't panic, they didn't flee, they didn't stampede. Folks, you all are the best of this country. You all are what make this nation truly exceptional. And I watched with my own 2 eyes Donald Trump rise and give us our marching orders, not in this election and in every single election moving forward. And those marching orders were what? 3 words: fight, fight, fight. And ladies and gentlemen, that's exactly what we have to do to win this state. And I'll finish with this. Do you all believe that there is a spiritual fight for the soul of this country right now? It is a fight, I believe, between good and evil, and we are on the side of good. If the Democrats have their way, we cannot afford 4 more years of a Harris administration. This nation would be fundamentally different in every single way. And when you hear the Democrats talk about the fundamental transformation of America, you cannot fundamentally transform a nation without tearing it down brick by brick, tearing down what once was. And it's our duty and our responsibility to stop that from happening and preserve a country that is free and is rich with opportunity for our children and our children's children. That mission falls to us. So do not be the silent majority. I hate that term. There are more of us than there are of them. And if you believe that this is a spiritual fight, then know this: silence in the face of evil is evil itself. And the people of Pennsylvania cannot be silent anymore. It's our duty and our responsibility. In 42 days, our mission is to send Donald J. Trump back to the White House. And folks, I am here to tell you that starts with Pennsylvania, and we are going to win. So I want to tell you all, to the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, you all are what make this nation exceptional. God bless you all. God bless the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, and God bless the United States of America. Thank you. Thank you all very much. God bless you. We saved this country in 42 days.